The sequel opens in Monaco, where a lavish black-tie gala is underway. Interpol's most wanted art thief, Nolan is spotted sneaking through the crowd, blending in while targeting a rare artifact called the Scepter of Horus. Just as he gets his hands on it, alarms go off. Suddenly, John Hartley, now reinstated as an FBI profiler, appears to foil the theft again. But it's not a trap. This time, Hartley needs Booth's help. Hartley reveals that the Bishop Sarah Black is back and targeting 3 priceless Egyptian relics called the Eyes of Cleopatra, said to unlock an ancient tomb filled with gold. Booth is reluctant, but when Hartley reveals that Interpol and private warlords are also in the race, the stakes become clear. The Bishop has already stolen the first eye. The trio must team up again or be taken down separately. The Bishop, meanwhile, is in Marrakesh executing a high-speed heist atop a moving armored train. She retrieves the second eye of Cleopatra, narrowly escaping an elite mercenary unit sent by billionaire collector Viktor Kazan. Kazan wants all 3 relics to gain access to Cleopatra's tomb and use its secrets to manipulate global markets. The race against time begins. Booth and Hartley travel to Rome to locate the final eye, believed to be hidden in an underground vault beneath the Vatican. They infiltrate a museum gala, disguised as priests, but chaos erupts when the Bishop also shows up. It becomes a frantic 3-way chase through catacombs, filled with puzzles and deadly traps. Booth grabs the eye but triggers a lockdown. Trapped underground, the trio is forced to work together. Tension brews, especially between Hartley and the Bishop, who still share unresolved feelings and betrayal. Booth uses his agility to disable ancient traps, while the Bishop deciphers the hieroglyphs, revealing the tomb's location somewhere in Luxor. With the eye secured, they escape through a hidden tunnel. Interpol tracks them to a safe house in Cairo, but Kazan's mercenaries arrive first. An explosive battle ensues, leading to the group narrowly escaping in a tuk-tuk. Now in full-on pursuit mode, Kazan uses drones and satellites to track their every move. Meanwhile, Hartley begins to suspect there's a mole feeding Kazan information. The trio arrives in Luxor under the guise of archaeologists. With all 3 eyes, they unlock the coordinates to Cleopatra's tomb, a hidden valley beneath the Nile. However, Kazan's team intercepts the signal. They have no choice but to set out that night in camouflaged boats, hoping to reach the tomb first and seal it forever. Their journey through the Nile takes a dark turn when they're ambushed by crocodiles and hostile villagers paid off by Kazan. After barely surviving, the Bishop reveals her real motive. Her parents were archaeologists killed while hunting Cleopatra's treasure. She's here not for gold, but revenge. They finally reach the valley, but the tomb is submerged beneath a waterfall. Booth and Hartley dive in with waterproof tech gear, finding an entrance blocked by a stone dial. The Bishop uses the eyes to solve the puzzle, opening the ancient chamber, but Kazan is close behind, sending in a strike team by helicopter. Inside, the tomb is filled with wonders: gold, scrolls, and Cleopatra's preserved sarcophagus. But booby traps make progress slow. Hartley triggers a pressure plate, collapsing a part of the cave. Kazan's men storm in and open fire. An intense gunfight takes place amidst priceless relics. Booth grabs a golden dagger for defense. Cornered and outnumbered, the trio uses a secret tunnel marked on the tomb walls. They emerge in a hidden desert alcove. There, they plan their counterattack. The Bishop suggests using the relics as bait. Booth contacts a black market dealer to arrange a fake auction, luring Kazan into their trap. The fake auction takes place in Dubai. Booth plays the charming seller, while Hartley poses as a wealthy collector. Kazan arrives with a private army, but things spiral when Interpol crashes the party. The trio escapes with help from an old Alliance Spectre Das from the first film. Now working independently, back in hiding, the trio discovers that the Eyes of Cleopatra also hold a map to a hidden military treasure buried by Roman legions in Africa. This revelation makes the relics even more valuable and more dangerous. Hartley wants to destroy them, but Booth and the bishop want to expose Kazan. They head to the Congo to find the lost Roman treasure, believing it may hold the power to neutralize Kazan's leverage. Along the way, they're forced to cross a jungle filled with snakes, waterfalls, and ancient tribal guardians. Booth nearly dies saving the bishop during a rope bridge collapse. They reach a ruined Roman fortress buried beneath vines and stone. There, the final piece of the puzzle is revealed. The treasure is a Roman war ledger listing every corrupt transaction of Kazan's ancestors. Hartley realizes this ledger can bring Kazan's empire down legally. While copying the ledger data onto a flash drive, Kazan's elite unit corners them. In the chaos, Booth hides the drive in a clay statue and lets himself be captured. Hartley and the bishop escape with the statue, planning a high-stakes rescue mission. Booth is tortured at Kazan's private estate in Montenegro. Hartley infiltrates the estate by posing as an art authenticator. Meanwhile, the bishop sabotages the estate's power grid. Booth is freed, but now the mission has changed. They want to take Kazan down once and for all. They leak portions of the Roman ledger to the press. Kazan's stock crashes and law enforcement closes in. Furious, he kidnaps Inspector Das and threatens to bury the trio in a collapsing salt mine. A final confrontation is inevitable. The trio follows Kazan to the salt mine in Tunisia. There, a final standoff occurs. Explosives rigged by Kazan begin detonating, collapsing the tunnels. Booth saves Das while the bishop chases Kazan through collapsing caverns. Hartley and Kazan battle hand-to-hand atop a wooden cart track. Kazan gains the upper hand until Booth crashes a minicart into him, sending him flying into the abyss. The bishop and Das retrieve the flash drive just in time. With the Roman ledger fully released online, Kazan's empire crumbles. Interpol clears Hartley's name and offers him a position to lead a global theft prevention task force. Booth declines, wanting to retire in style. The bishop, as always, vanishes before the press arrives. Weeks later, Hartley receives a postcard from the bishop. She's in Greece and hints at a new heist. Booth also receives a similar card, along with a plane ticket. Hartley rolls his eyes, but smiles. He knows what's coming next. Cut to the bishop, now donning a disguise, entering the Acropolis Museum. She scans a target, the spear of Alexander. As security shifts around her, she smirks, knowing Booth and Hartley will follow her trail. Back at Hartley's apartment, he opens a case and reveals gear labeled Operation Ares. He places the bishop's postcard beside a new map covered in markings. A secret compartment beneath the postcard holds coordinates for her next target. Booth is shown in the Bahamas, relaxing when he's surrounded by suspicious-looking men in suits. But they're not enemies, they're recruits from a new underground agency that wants Booth for a special mission involving stolen nuclear codes. Interpol calls a meeting between 12 global agencies. The thefts of historical relics have surged, and copycat thieves are on the rise. The bishop's heists have inspired a new breed of criminals, turning her into a myth. Kazan, though thought dead, is shown in a secret medical facility alive, but scarred. A mysterious woman visits him, offering a partnership. She reveals a stolen relic from Cleopatra's tomb. Kazan opens his eyes with revenge in mind. The final moments show Booth, Hartley, and the bishop converging again, this time under aliases at a black market gala in Venice. They toast to unfinished business, hinting at a bigger conspiracy tied to ancient secrets. A news report in the background reveals growing instability in world politics, all centered around lost historical truths being uncovered. Hartley realizes the trio's adventures may have unleashed more than just treasure. They may have opened a new war. As the screen fades to black, one last shot reveals a red diamond spinning inside a hidden vault marked Project Red Notice. Phase 2. The camera zooms out to reveal dozens more vaults across the world, each holding relics, secrets, and danger, setting up Red Notice 3.